When I was a teenager, I used to suffer from frequent night terrors. Maybe it was the stress of growing up, raging hormones, sleep deprivation, too many late nights. Whatever it was, those episodes were terrifying. But there's one night I'll never forget. It was a Sunday night. I was completely drained after a long, exhausting weekend. I don't even remember falling asleep. The room was pitch dark, and I had my head turned toward the wall, as I always did when I slept. And I heard it. A voice, calling my name, over and over. It wasn't a normal voice, it was slow, droning, almost mechanical. But what terrified me the most wasn't the sound. It was the way it filled the room like a thick fog. I tried to move anything, even a twitch, but I was frozen, paralyzed. I couldn't open my eyes. Couldn't speak, couldn't scream. My throat felt clamped shut, like invisible hands were gripping it. Panic set in. That primal fear gave me just enough strength to push through. First, I moved a finger. Then my whole arm jerked forward, and then I heard it. A loud snap, like something breaking. Instantly, I was free. My eyes shot open, gasping for breath. And that's when I saw it. Just above my head long, sharp fingers were retreating out of view. They slid away unnaturally fast, vanishing into the darkness behind me. The worst part? I sleep facing the wall. There shouldn't have been any space behind my head. No one could have been there. Heart racing, I sat up and turned around, nothing. But from that exact spot, I heard something else. A sound, low, guttural, like a growl muffled through the wall. It didn't move. It didn't stop. It just stayed there. I stared at that spot, frozen again, but this time from disbelief. The sound went on for nearly a full minute, then stopped, just like that. Strangely, the moment it ended, the fear left me. I turned on the light, stood in the silence for a while, then went back to sleep. That was the last real night terror I had. After that, they just stopped. I've only had one or two since then. I've told this story before. Skeptics say it was probably a water pipe, maybe rats in the wall. But I know what I felt. I know the sound came from right next to my head, where nothing and no one should have been. Believe what you want. That's all I've got,